Ah, your eyes finally open. Mother shall be pleased.
Huh? I remember you, the girl from the wilds.
I am Morrigan, lest you have forgotten, and we are in the wilds where I am bandaging your wounds. You are welcome, by the way. How does your memory fare? Do you remember Mother's rescue?
No. I remember being overwhelmed by Darkspawn.
Mother managed to save you and your friend, though 'twas a close call. What is important is that you both live. The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The Darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well.
Yeah, neither am I. What happened to the Grey Wardens? And the King?
All dead. Your friend has veered between denial and grief since Mother told him. He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke.
Were my injuries severe?
Yes, but I expect you shall be fine. The Darkspawn did nothing Mother could not heal.
I have some questions if you don't mind.
I do not mind. Take your time.
Are we safe? Where are the Darkspawn?
We are safe, for the moment. Mother's magic keeps the Darkspawn away. Once you leave, 'tis uncertain what will happen. The Horde has moved on, so you might avoid it.
Why did your mother save us?
I wonder at that myself. But she tells me nothing. Perhaps you were the only ones she could reach. I would have rescued your king. A king would be worth a much higher ransom than you.
Oh, thank you. And thanks a lot.
I am only being practical.
How did she manage to rescue us exactly?
She turned into a giant bird and plucked the two of you from atop the tower, one in each talon. If you do not believe that tale, then I suggest you ask Mother yourself. She may even tell you.
Uh-huh. I'd believe it, I guess. Are there any survivors besides us?
Only stragglers that are long gone. You would not want to see what is happening in that valley now.
Why? What's happening?
Are you sure you want me to describe it?
Yes, please.
I had a good view of the battlefield. 'Tis a grisly scene. There are bodies everywhere, and Darkspawn swarm them, feeding, I think. They also look for survivors and drag them back down beneath the ground. I cannot say why.
Why did Terran Logain abandon the king?
I do not know who this Logain even is. Perhaps ask Mother of it.
I think I've asked enough questions.
I agree. 'Tis time you speak with Mother, then be on your way.
Mm-hmm. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna rob your house.
You must speak to Mother, then be gone. You have an army of Darkspawn to avoid, and 'twould be best to get an early start.
Why does your mother want to see me?
I do not know. She rarely tells me her plans.
I have some questions if you don't mind.
I do not mind. Take your time.
Let's see. Yeah, I've asked enough questions.
I agree. 'Tis time you speak with Mother, then be on your way. You must speak to Mother, then be gone. You have an army of Darkspawn to avoid, and 'twould be best to get an early start.
Thank you for helping me, Morgan.
You were welcome. Though Mother did most of the work, I am no healer.
I will go then.
I will stay and make something to eat.
Food sounds nice. Hi, Alistair.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
Hey, buddy.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
Yeah, I'm not, thanks to Morgan's mother, apparently.
Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
Yeah, it has. We can't be safe here. We're all the Darkspawn.
The largest part of the Horde has moved on. We are safe enough for now. Old Flemeth knows a thing or two about hiding. The longer you are here, the less that is true, however. These things will notice you eventually.
Huh. So why did you save us?
Well, we cannot have all the Grey Wardens dying at once, can we? Someone has to deal with these dark spawn. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
The land is hardly united thanks to Logan.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would he do it?
I don't know.
Now that is a good question. Men's
Power.
hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
Will you help us fight this Blight, Flemeth?
Me? I am just an old woman who lives in the wilds. I know nothing of blights and darkspawn.
Well, whatever Logain's insanity, he obviously thinks the Darkspawn are a minor threat. We must warn everyone this isn't the case.
And who will believe you? Unless you think to convince this Logain of his mistake.
He just betrayed his own king. If Al Eamon knew what he did at Ostagar, he would be the first to call for his execution.
Well, Eamon, is that someone important?
I suppose. Al Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
Mm-hmm. What about these treaties that Flemeth gave us?
See? There is a smart lass.
Of course! The treaties. Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we
Yes,
do
doesn't
this?
it?
Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
Why not? Isn't that what Grey Wardens do, I suppose?
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
I don't suppose you could offer any more help.
Now that you mention it, I do have one more thing to offer.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
Thank you, but if Morgan doesn't wish to join us...
Her magic will be useful. Even better, she knows the wilds and how to get past the Horde.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Very well, we'll take her with us.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I
understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. 'Tis not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
Say no, I prefer you to speak your mind.
You will regret saying that.
Or will I?
Dear, sweet mother, you are so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or two afterwards.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so?
Well, we need all the help we can get, I suppose.
I guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval.
Yeah, I have some questions, though.
I may have answers. Ask.
Have you never been outside the wilds?
From time to time. I have been to the village I mentioned, watched its people, and pondered what curious beings they are. On occasion, I purchased goods from the village merchants. There I spoke with men a little. There they stared and knew me as an outsider. Mother wishes for me to expand the horizon of my experience beyond the wilds. Even she was not born here.
Is that what you want?
What I want is to see mountains. I wish to witness the ocean and step into its waters. I want to experience a city rather than see it in my mind. So, yes, this is what I want. Actually, leaving is harder than I thought, however. Perhaps Mother is right. It must simply be done quickly.
All right. Tell me about this village to the north, then.
'Tis a small place of little consequence called Lothering. No more than a stop along your imperial highway where travellers purchase goods from local farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch?
Of course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing.
So she's got some skills. Is there any reason to go to Lothering, then?
I mention it for its tavern, where travellers gather with news from other places. 'Tis small enough that our appearance might go unnoticed. Beyond that, 'tis close, and I know the way.
Okay. How are we going to get past the Darkspawn?
The real question is how we are going to get your friend past the Darkspawn, is it not?
That's true. We can sense the Darkspawn. Conversely, they can sense us.
Great. I don't sense any Darkspawn, though.
You won't right away. No. It takes time. We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly intelligent Darkspawn, will always detect us.
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. 'Tis important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in.
Okay. The Darkspawn are camped farther in the forest?
They come from underground, like an eruption. They broke through deep within the forest, and that is where they will be most concentrated.
Okay. What skills do you have exactly?
I know a few spells, though I am nowhere near as powerful as Mother. I have also studied history and your Grey Warden treaties.
Can you cook?
I can cook, yes.
And then you can substitute for Alistair.
Right, my cooking will kill us. That's all I meant.
I also know at least 15 different poisons that grow right here in this marsh. Not that I would suggest 'tis at all related to cooking.
Are you really Flemeth's daughter?
'Twas she who raised me, and thus I consider her my mother, born from her womb or not. 'Tis what you meant, yes?
She's going to just stay here alone?
Mother was alone long before I came, and will be so long after I am dead. Such is her choice, though I suspect she would claim the choice was made for her.
I have no more questions then.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Jeez, Flemeth. Goodness.
Have you not left yet? I hope you are not hanging about for some stew.
You could come with us, you know.
Ha! I prefer to remain here. Considering what the world has done to me, I have already done more than it deserves.
And what has it done to you?
That is between the world and me. Your business is elsewhere.
Could you answer some more questions?
Questions. One would think a Grey Warden would be more interested in action. Ah.
May I ask about your magic?
What good would it do you? You are no mage. It is sufficient that I have passed on my knowledge to Morrigan, and I pass her on to you.
Like a worn dress or an old pair of shoes.
Are you still here? You cannot give them away, apparently.
How long have you lived in the wilds?
Since before I was wrinkled and old. Ah, you may think it strange, but I was once young and beautiful, just as Morrigan is now. Yes, men desired Flemeth then, and some even killed for her.
You don't seem happy about that.
I am not, nor was I then. It dictated all that followed. But enough. You have your task to complete.
Do you have any advice?
About the Darkspawn?
Yeah.
Only that they are more cunning than they appear. More important by far is the Archdemon. It is the core of this taint, and while it lives, so does the Blight. This Tairn Loghain is different. You must deal with the repercussions of his deeds before you can face the Archdemon, unless it finds you first.
That's what we do once we're gone.
Huh, have a moment's peace for once.
I hear the peace of the grave is eternal.
This is the thanks I get for feeding you
Damn.
and putting up with you for this long. Ah, may your child one day treat you the same.
Feed me, she says. Without me, I swear, she shall be caked in dirt and eating tree bark inside of a month.
You two have a special relationship, don't you? I have no more questions.
Then we are done. Now, if you will excuse me, I have some dinner to eat.
Take care, Flemeth. Be well. All that. Alistair, you have anything to say?
What do you need?
You want to talk about Duncan?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
I just thought you might need to talk.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the Blight and everything. I'm sorry.
You're alright, bud. You're alright. No need to apologize. It's okay.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. That's an excellent idea.
I think he came from High Ever, or so he said. Maybe I'll go up there sometime. See about putting up something in his honor. I don't know. The Dalish don't practice cremation, do they? How do your people honor your dead?
Yeah, we bury them and plant a tree over their remains.
That sounds quite beautiful. Life springing from death. Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little.
Yeah, dude, of course. You know what? Maybe I'll go with you to High Ever. Yeah.
I'd like that. So would he, I think. What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
So, what do the Templar do exactly, Alistair?
Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
So couldn't others learn these talents?
Perhaps, but there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means we become addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put two and two together.
Great. So you were addicted to lyrium?
Thankfully, no. You only start receiving lyrium once you've taken your vows. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templars' talents more effective, or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry
Probably
usually
not.
doesn't let their Templars get away, either, so they can spread their secrets. I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me.
Lucky you.
What do you need? Ask away.
Huh? So how did you become a Grey Warden?
Same way you did. You drink some blood, you choke on it, and pass
Ha-ha-ha.
out. You haven't forgotten already, have you?
Smartass. Yeah, haha, very funny.
I do my best. What can I say? Let's see, I was in the Chantry before. I trained for many years to become a Templar, in fact. That's where I learned most of my skills.
Yeah. So you mentioned before.
It's really for the best. I'm not exactly the Chantry type, if you haven't noticed. I don't think I would have made a very good Templar. The Grand Cleric didn't want to let me go. Duncan was forced to conscript me, actually, and was she ever furious when he did. I thought she was going to have us both arrested. I was lucky.
Do you think Duncan took pity on you?
I don't know. Maybe. When he came looking for recruits, I just remember praying fervently to the Maker that he would pick me. I'll always be thankful to Duncan for recruiting me. If it hadn't been for him, you know, I wouldn't have.
Sorry, Alistair.
No, it's... I'm sorry. I shouldn't be... It's fine. He died a hero. They all did. Come on, let's go. I think I'm done talking.
All right, bud.
The time has come to leave the wilds. Do you not agree?
Sure. Yeah, we can go. Just one last thing. I'm gonna hop into your tactics and see what you got. You got Drain Life, Mind Blast, Horror, and Winter's Grasp. Interesting. I'm gonna take a look at your spells and talents. You also have Spider Shape. Frost. Hmm. So is that like a special thing? Shapeshifter, yeah it is. Transform to a giant spider, gaining large bonus to nature resistance as well as spider's weapon poison abilities. Hmm? Crazy. That is fucking terrifying. Cool.
The time has come to leave the wilds. Do you not agree?
Yeah, no, let's go. Together my party adventure forth, yeah. We go to Lothering, I suppose. This is the blight right here. See that? That's the blight. Dark swath. Denerim.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Wasn't it?
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Ban Tegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Ban Tegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. What about your husband? Was left to die. Hmm? Purse. Upper. Oh, the dog. What's up? Something chasing. Oh shit. Apparently so. Darkspawn, huh? Let's just deal with that, yeah?
It's either you or me, and it isn't gonna be me! Come now, defend yourself! Back!
It's done, bitch. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I think this is the Mabar I helped cure back in Ostagar.
I think he was out there looking for you. He's chosen you. Mabari are like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now? Wonderful.
He's not mangy.
I've always wanted a dog like this. Maybe it's meant to be. Be there. You're so cute. What should I name the dog, chat? I don't know. No, I'll just name him after my pup. I'll just name him Leo. There we go. Take what's left on them. Put Pupper on them. You see anything interesting? Yeah, okay, cool. Hey, pup. Oh, cute. Can you do something about this gory mess? You know, now, think of it. I can equip more again. Let's see. 2 magic and cold damage. Nice too. Yeah, we'll do this. And willpower and mental resistance. Sure. And Chanter's footing. Yeah, there you go. Have that. Yeah, we'll just give you some leather gloves until we can get you something better. Now, what do you got for a necklace? It's 1 willpower and 10 mental resistance. Okay. Let's see about staff. What do you got here? Magic staff. 1 magic for 40. Give me this darkspawn staff. How about that? Stare, I can't really give you anything else. More damage versus beasts. Sure. Ended up with some caddis there, bud. Alright. Got everybody equipped as best we can for right now. Grab that elf fruit. Let's make our way on out of here. We have the makings of our first party. I'm just glad that the game's running good. That we're able to just play through so far.
Wake up, gentlemen! More travelers to attend to. Led by an elf, of all things.
Excuse me.
They don't look much like them others, you know. Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers!
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, was that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers, and you're free to move on.
Full collectors then?
Indeed, for the upkeep of the Imperial Highway. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it?
You're fixing the highway? I think not.
Not much gets past you, I see.
It's not really a toll. We're just robbing you, see?
Do shut up. Even a genlock would have understood that.
Yeah, I'm not paying.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules.
Do you really want to fight Grey Wardens, though?
Did she say she's a Grey Warden? Them ones killed the king.
Traitors to Ferelden, I hear. Tern Loghain put quite a bounty on any who are found.
But aren't them Grey Wardens good? I mean, really good? Good enough to kill a king?
You have a point. Well, let's forget about the toll. We'll just leave you to your darkspawn fighting, king-killing ways.
You know what? Actually, let's add bandit killing to that list, I think, yeah.
And just when we had things settled.
No. There was no settle.
Let's get started.
Die!
Wipe them out! You're mine!
Delightful!
We'll deal with this guy because he's being a pain in the ass.
You had it coming! Here we go! Stay still!
All right, we surrender. We're just trying to get by before the darkspawn get us all.
Yeah, you picked the wrong target.
Yes, of course. We should have been more careful. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? You follow my lead. I could
What are
use
you
some
joking,
soldiers.
right? I could never be a soldier.
Or you can die, your choice.
I'm not going down without a fight.
Okay, then we kill you.
Right.
On your guard!
This should be easy enough. Let's get started.
If people are going around saying that we're king killers, then perhaps you don't need to know that looking like new quest. Oh, Templar. People don't really need to know that we're Grey Wardens then if people are gonna go around saying that we're killers. Yeah, the Earl of Redcliffe, Paragon of Redkind, Nature of the Beast, Broken Circle, Lothering, and the Imperial Highway. Body of a Templar slain bandits. His corpse has been picked clean of everything except for a note and a locket. Perhaps the locket will mean something to someone back in Lothering. Okay, well, let's take a look at that. Doesn't seem like I can say anything about the note, but alright.
What do you need?
I wasn't actually trying to talk, I was just trying to move. Let me go back and see if the codex actually updated now. No, doesn't seem like there's anything. Notes, maybe? Maybe that's what it was. A note from Sir Henrik. So many of my fellow knights have been searching for an urn. Surely one of them have found Brother Genevidi by now. Still, I hear that all is well. I must proceed as planned. Brother Genevidi holds the key to finding the urn of sacred ashes. We all knew this, but I believe I now know where Brother Genevidi lies. I have been to his home in Denerim and found the trail. I am amazed that the other knights have not done likewise, unless they have. No, it is best not to get caught up in the thoughts of conspiracy. Sir Donald awaits my report in Lothering. I must go to him immediately and report what I have learned. Should anyone find these ramblings, all I ask is that he be informed of my fate. I pray that he complete what I cannot. For Sir Henrik of Redcliffe. Interesting. Be taking all of this. Thank you very much.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Morgan,
Is my
back
being
off.
upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing.
Jesus Christ.
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
Uh-huh. What do you want to talk about, Alistair?
His navel, I suspect. He certainly has been contemplating it for long enough.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Morgan,
I get
shut
it.
up.
This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
Yeah, we need to hear some news before we can decide.
But we need to decide what our general plan is for afterwards, don't we? I think what Flemeth suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them?
Not yet.
There are three main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
Is there a way to contact the Grey Wardens?
Short of leaving Ferelden to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away.
What do you think we should do, Morgan?
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If
what's
your
that?
wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
Yeah, then we need to find these people, I guess.
I can give you directions, if you like.
Yeah, my clan has already fled north. We won't find them.
There must be other Dalish in Ferelden. In fact, I'm sure of it. If we head eastward, towards the Brazilian forest, we should hear word of one of the clans that wanders that area. Hopefully, they will still be there.
You know what? Where would Loghain be exactly?
If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us just walk around. Only a suspicion, of course.
Where do we find Al-Eamon?
He'll be at Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is.
Okay. Where do we find the dwarves?
We would need to speak to their king in Orzammar. That means heading west into the Frostback Mountains, which won't be easy.
Where do we find the Circle of Magi?
That would be at their tower on Lake Carlinhard to the north. We'll be looking for the first enchanter, whoever that is.
I don't need any more directions, I guess.
Then you have a plan.
Ready to get going.
Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
Okay. Here we are, Lothering. And that is where I'm going to wrap things up for right now.